Alright, this one, we didn't talk about any speed stuff. But I think this would be a good one. Doing 3 notes a beat. Start at 60, working it by 5s, and just see how fast you can get it before next week. So I'll do some speed demos there. So anytime you hear like unwanted noise, you want to make sure that you fix that. And you don't just keep going on. There we go. So, and if you need to, you can always do just 1/8 notes with this. 2 notes a beat. But I think it feels pretty good with doing triplets. But again, you're welcome to do 1/8 notes instead if that works a bit better for you. Picking, I'll be doing 4 downstrokes and 2 upstrokes. So there's the pattern that happens here. So from this position, you swap your 2nd and 3rd finger around, and then you swap your 1st and 4th around, and then swap your 2nd and 1st around again. And then back to that position after you moved up strings, and so on. So here we go, 60. Sorry. Alright, let's try it again. See if I can do it at 120. This sort of thing is definitely a weakness of mine, arpeggiating clean chords like this. Not something I've worked on too much over the years. But let's give this 120 a try anyway. Better than I expected. Alright, 160. Yeah, this one's probably not going to go. No. Having control over that type of picking style is, for the clean chords, not happening right now. Oh well. Anyway, just get this up as fast as you can. There's no real speed goal with this. You just want to make sure that you're getting used to changing your fingers more often, and then we can do more stuff. So, changing those chords and whatnot, it gets easier for you. Speaking of, when you come across a chord progression, maybe I'll give you that's tough, which you could do. As a matter of, hang on, let me pull that up. What was that? This, yes. Ooh. That looks good, doesn't it? Okay. So, I think it was the last 2 chords you said you had the most trouble with. So you can make your own exercise out of things like this. So like something like that, just arpeggiate that C major 7 note 5 into the C major triad. And you don't have to do it just like that. There's all kinds of ways you can do it. So let's say, you could just do 1/8 notes and do like, it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you let that 4th beat be a quarter note, and then you switch. That instead of doing like constant picking, such as because constant picking just makes it harder to do. So doing it like that gives you more time to switch. You can also do something like this, which would make it much more difficult. Just changing on every eighth note, or picking eighth notes, but you know, changing to a new note every time that you strum. And you metronome that up. You know, you do the whole start at 60, go up by 5s every time you do it right. So making little exercises like that for yourself whenever you have a chord progression or a chord change that's extra difficult, then definitely start doing that stuff. So this way you're able to troubleshoot these things as you go. So if you have any questions with what I just said right there, please let me know. Alright, on to this guy. So let's see, your top speed with the rhythms now is 120. So I'll play this at 60, 90, and 120. So make sure you're still counting this stuff as you play it. Still do that. So we stopped doing that on like the hammer-ons pull-off stuff unless there is a point where the rhythm wasn't making sense, and then you had to say it to play it. But for, again, the very least I want you to do for the chords, for all the chord strumming, at 60 beats a minute, be able to say it as you play, okay? And yeah, as you get faster, the harder it is to say it as you play it. You can go ahead and stop saying it, but again, at the very least, at 60 beats a minute, be able to say it as you play it. So, that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 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 4, 1 and 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always fun to end with a slide. Alright, and the top speed, go with this, 150. If you notice at any point during any run through at any speed, if you notice at any point that the left and right hand didn't sync up on something, make sure you don't go on. Stay at that speed until it's right, okay? And even start the exercise over at that speed that you're currently doing. Maybe repeat. Maybe for some reason right there is where you notice a synchronization issue continues to creep in. Well, like, play this thing like 4 times in a row or more, and then go back to the whole thing. So again, troubleshoot the stuff as it comes up. Make mini exercises out of everything whenever needed. If you have any questions about doing that, please let me know. Alright, here we go at 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4. before I go to the faster speed. Remember, don't staccato the quarter notes. Now, granted, there's going to have to be a brief moment where you cut the note off and it doesn't ring out for a true 100% quarter note, but that's just the nature of changing string to string. It's just like if you go from this chord to that chord, you might leave it out for a quarter note, but then you have that split second where you have to go up to the new set of strings in order to change that. Anyway, and that's, you know, to be expected. So you will have a very small, brief second or split second where you have to mute the strings when you're changing, but let that note ring out as long as you can. Okay, so don't just cut it off right away. Let it ring out. Okay, so let's go to 120 next. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This was going to be considerably more difficult than that one. So just a heads up with that. Alright, here's the top speed of 150. This might be a challenge. These sort of finger patterns are quite challenging for a lot of people. So again, just a heads up. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, these things, I can't get those anywhere near as fast as, you know, that sort of thing. It's maybe like little bursts, but things like that. Anyway, now I'm getting carried away. So yeah, just take your time with it. Just like with that single note gallop playing last time, if you don't get this up to 150, not a big deal. Just get as fast as you can. We'll take it from there. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you again next week.